Welcome to Sumner School Business Immigration Basics. In this video, we are talking about the EB-1B visa classification, which is the second of three visa classifications that falls into the EB-1 tier of the immigrant visa classifications, or the employment-based green card classifications. The EB-1B visa classification is for outstanding researchers and professors. Unlike the EB-1A classification, it has to be sponsored by an employer. You cannot self-petition. In addition, if you're filing in the EB-1B classification, you have to show that you have a permanent job offer. So if you're a researcher, that means a permanent job offer. If you are a professor, it means that you have a tenure or tenure track position. And you have to show that you have at least 3 years as a professor or researcher. Otherwise, this visa classification is very similar to the EB-1A classification in that you have to show that you are recognized internationally and that you're at the very top of your field. You have to show that you meet at least 2 out of 6 regulatory criteria. Those criteria are very similar, but not identical to the criteria that are required for the EB-1A classification. So we're talking about things like showing you have received major awards or prizes in your field, showing that you are a member of an association that requires outstanding achievement to join, showing that you have judged the work of others, scholarly articles, that type of thing. In addition, very similar to the EB-1A classification, it's not enough just to show that you meet at least 2 of those 6 criteria. There's a second step that the USCIS officer will do when they're reviewing your petition, and that is conducting what's called the final merits determination. It's also referred to sometimes as the Kazarian analysis. It's named after case law. In that final merits determination, USCIS will review the totality of the evidence and see, looking at all of the evidence together, they'll look at the quality of the evidence, the quality of the journals that you're publishing in, how many citations you have, the quality of the associations that you have joined, the prestige of them, that type of thing. So again, it's not enough just to check off at least 2 regulatory criteria. They'll do that totality of the circumstances or totality of the evidence analysis at the end. So this classification is not easy to have approved. It is appropriate for people at the very top of their field, but it is not easy to have approved. One of the advantages of this classification is that you do not have to go through the labor certification process, which is a process we'll talk about in subsequent videos. That is something that applies to the majority of people who file in employment-based classifications. And it is nice that it falls into the EB-1 visa classification, which is a classification where generally there are more green cards available. But again, it's not for everyone. Not everybody qualifies. So this is the information on the EB-1B classification. In our next video, we will cover the final of the EB-1 classifications, which is the EB-1C. My name is Emily Sumner with Sumner Immigration Law, serving clients throughout the United States and around the world. If you need help with a employment-based or family-based immigration matter, please reach out to us. In addition, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss our next video. Until next time, I'm Emily Sumner.